Hey, this is Dennis. It's Thursday, and normally I just put out one video, but it's kind of cool and gloomy outside. I thought, what the heck, let's keep it going. So we're in the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 1. And when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place. And suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as of fire, and it sat upon each of them. So I'm thinking, it appeared to them as a tongue that was on fire. That's what I'm thinking. There appeared unto them cloven tongues like as of fire, and it sat upon each of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Ghost and began to speak with other tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven. So there was Jews gathered up there in Jerusalem. They were from all over the world. Now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together. So when they heard about all this, there's a bunch of them Jews come over and running, wanting to see what's going on. And were confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language. So here's Jews from all over the world. The guys in the upper room that's been baptized with the Holy Ghost are speaking in tongues, but these other people that come in, they're hearing them speak in their language from all over the world. And they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, Behold, are not all these which speak Galileans? And how hear we every man in our own tongue wherein we were born, on some other part of the world? Parthians, Medes, Elamites, and the dwellers in Mesopotamia, in Judea, in Cappadocia, in Pontus, and in Asia, in Phrygia, Pamphylia, in Egypt, in the parts of Libya, about Cyrene, the strangers of Rome, Jews and proselytes, Cretes and Arabians, we do hear them speak in our own tongue, our language, the wonderful words of God. So these people from all over the world, and they hear them. These people are speaking in tongues on the day of Pentecost, or speaking languages from all over the world, hearing the wonderful works of God. And they were all amazed and were in doubt, saying one another, What meaneth this? What in the world is going on? What meaneth this? Others were mocking and said, These men are full of new wine. They're drunk. They're a bunch of drunkards. Well, there it is, but I got one story. I grew up with a family of Pentecostals. Loved them dearly. My grandmother, she went to a little Pentecostal church out in the country on the north end of the county. And I remember when I was young, Granny was telling us, now one of her daughters had married a Filipino, Uncle Jesse. And he knew this language called Tagalog. And he had went to Granny's church. And one of those little old women in that church got up and spoke in tongues, and they said Uncle Jesse got wise as sheep. And I think one of them later on asked him, talked to him about it, and he says she was speaking in my native tongue, my native language. This little old woman living way out in the north end of Santa Rosa County, Florida, probably ain't never left Florida in her whole life. Now, how in the world does she know how to speak a language that was spoke all the way on the other side of the world? All right, well, God bless y'all. Walk with God one day at a time.